There's some people who want to be heard just because they're insecure, that they don't bring nothing to the table. And so they think by being heard, being loud is what gives them value in the first place. And it's not. Sometimes you just need to be a soldier. You don't need to be a general. Sometimes you just need to shut up and listen. Sometimes you need your life guided by somebody else. This is a reality of life. Everybody's not a king. Everybody's not a leader. But every man can be a king in his house. But that don't mean you get to be a king amongst kings. It's different. You understand me? And so when men learn how to respect the degree in which they are, right, and play their role in life, then we can have a better community. But the difference is that we don't know how to allow the right skills and minds to lead. See, sometimes you can believe in a democracy, or do you believe in an aristocracy? An aristocracy is when do you believe that the most skilled people should run things? Or do you believe that the collective of people know what the hell they doing? The collective is often manipulated and influenced by behind scenes things that they don't even understand. Don't understand. It's just that in America, things are so iffy to where every 4 years you go through turbulence. And then the next political party is trying to undo everything that you just did. So that's a constant war. The American system is outdated. I don't believe in the way they're trying to replace the American system. We've always known that since I was a child. That's always been the conversation. But what we fail to do on the micro level is create councils and communities that guide our lives regardless of what's going on in the political happenstance. So if you don't have a community right now, right, then, and we're living in a time where people are the loneliest. I guess people out here really lonely. So a lot of the rhetoric that you hear today comes from people that don't have good social skills. They're not they don't have social harmony, and they don't have an environment that they're a part of. Then, in that lonely time, they pick up a microphone and they talk to the world. But this is absent of having real friends and family in your life that you can talk to and wise counsel. So you're not filtering it from a space to where it's coming out as wisdom. No, you're using this as a coping mechanism and a way to cure your loneliness by trying to make a connection with the world. This is why people need real communities in real life, right? Because everybody's an introvert nowadays. But are you an introvert because you don't want to develop your social skills? Because you don't have to be. Sometimes a person just calls themselves an introvert because they don't have the courage to actually communicate with others their ideas. And then they blame everybody else for judging them, right? Or gaslighting them. But you never made yourself judgment proof. You've never made yourself gaslight proof. When you have a community and you share ideas with other people, they can help reinforce the belief in those ideas. So when you go in the world and you share your ideas, if somebody doesn't believe it, it's okay. Nobody can manipulate your reality because you have self-awareness now, right? And the people around you help reinforce that self-awareness by telling you about yourself and allowing you to bounce and reflect ideas. You have tribes. I have a meeting tomorrow about doing these hikes. So we're going to be doing the community hikes again, bringing them back now that it's warmer outside. Can't wait to do that. That's in a high-level club, which is more so a high-level tribe, if you will. And I'm going to give the tribe what the manifesto is. So we all align, but then having these community meetings to where people can share their ideas. And we're not creating safe spaces, we're creating brave spaces to respectfully share ideas that may be challenging, may be different. People always want to disagree. Melissa, I disagree. Chosen people usually go to an isolation state to level up, connect with higher self, achieve purpose. You didn't disagree with anything. You just made your own separate point. And it's kind of the point as well. You might not be used to talking to people, so you don't know what disagreeing is as well. You don't know that two perspectives can be held in one place. You understand me? Like, everything is not a disagreement. Some things are an add-on. right? Or some things are their own separate thing. That's not a disagreement with what I said whatsoever. And this is why you need a community. You need a council. You need people around you, because you spend so much time alone, you think you're right until you challenged. And then when you challenge, you feel like somebody's gaslighting you, right? You feel like somebody's judging you. Maybe you're just being challenged. That's okay. Yes, great people isolate all the time. I tell people, find silence and darkness and isolation so you can hear yourself. But then go back into social harmony so other people can hear you as well, and you can hear yourself amongst others, because there's a difference between when we are observed and when we're unobserved. Physics shows us this. Yeah, you can sound brilliant by yourself, and then when somebody challenges those ideas, you're like, that's when that insecurity hit. Everybody's a genius in the room alone. You're the smartest person always when you're by yourself. But when you have to go into public and people hear your ideas and you talk loudly, other people listen and say, "Man, that nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about." It's different. So you have to embrace being challenged. That's how you grow. If you don't mind growing, you feel me, and having a community, you should join my high level club. So don't be afraid to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? Do not be afraid to be challenged. That's what I will say to you all. Do not be afraid to be challenged. All right? It doesn't stop because you're not in school and you're in school competitions and things of that nature. Stop being afraid to be challenged. That's what stretches you. I'm not afraid to be challenged. People try to challenge me all the time. I just don't find many worthy opponents because they don't usually know what the hell they're talking about. And it's not growing me. The challenge has to grow me, not slow me. Sometimes when it slows you, it's just taking your time, but it's not doing nothing for you. You feel me? Yeah, you're trying to challenge me, but I don't see a benefit from it. If I see a benefit from it, then I will accept the challenge. If I don't see a benefit, then challenge not accepted. And that's another thing, is that you can choose which challenges you accept and which ones you don't. It's like in a fighting world, everybody wanted to challenge is the champ, but he's not taking every fight, only ones that make sense. In life, you got to be the same way. Only take the challenges that make sense. That's what actually grow you. Some of you are taking challenges, some people just distracted you, and that slows you. We ain't doing that. There's a worthy challenge in the world right now. And the way that we're going to have to win in the future is not going to be like a war of guns and violence. We're living in a time where a war of intellect. Yeah. We're living in a world. As I'm putting together this manifesto, I was doing a lot of really great study in it. I was realizing like a lot of us don't have enough history about ancestral practices to even pull from. See, white man, it's not the fact that they're the smartest in the world per se, but what they do know how is they know how to go into their own past and study it and take from other smart men and use those ideas. Just comment crown if you want one of the crowns. We do have these available. So, like, I think everybody should study the Moorish civilization and how they were able to make Europe dependent on them, right? By controlling the knowledge. What is that one thing that makes us make you? Let's take it from a micro. What makes you irreplaceable? What is something that you control? What is something that you own? Just think about that for a second. As a people, what is the thing on a macro sense? It's crown society. I know I just wrote down today, I'm doing a terrible job at marketing. So I will do better. So y'all going to see greater marketing, greater brand campaigns coming from us, from everything that we have. Like I got too many damn companies to not be doing everything. But a lot of us don't even study our ancestors, so we don't have a playbook. We only know the white man's playbook. You got to comment crowns if you want to get the headband, or we call them crowns. We don't call them headbands. They represent cosmism, you know what I'm saying? Cosmic thinking and our cosmic connection. That's why we wear them sun, moon, and stars. So I would challenge you all to study it in my book, the manifesto that I will be dropping very soon, before the end of this month, inshallah. I will have references for all those things that are in there, and all these things is really to give us a guide for the future and allow us to think through the time that we're living in, because we are living in some crazy times, and it's dark, right? But there's light. And so anytime that I see what the devil's plans is, right, I go study what is the best way to combat that plan, right? And what is the best way to seed our own future. And one of the ways to do that, though, is you have to, and this is where a lot of people, we skip steps. And I'm about to end on this because I got to go to a meeting. We don't respect the process enough of how to create entire change. You know, one of the most powerful tools. Do you know what's the most powerful tool to help shift, right, and see change in society? Like when you want a new world to come in, the most powerful thing that you can do is tell stories. It's storytelling. That's why media is so powerful. Media is storytelling, it's narrating, it's curating this idea about the world. There's documentaries that are put out, there's podcasts, there's cartoons, there's propaganda. But then that is funded by someone that takes a vested interest in changing the world to some capacity. So there's literally a framework to do this. And I'll just say the one thing that it's not, the people who run the world deserve to run the world right now, because they're doing everything that's required to run the world. Let's just say it like that. If we want our world to be represented better, right, then number one, ask ourselves, what are we putting money into? Are we putting money into the people who can tell those stories? Are we putting money into our intellectuals and our philosophers to shift the ideas of the world? And so if we not, go get mad at Elon, sure. Get mad at Donald, sure. Get mad at whoever you want to. But why aren't you doing the things that they're doing in order to win? I don't know. I'm just saying. Show me a black billionaire that is funding philosophers and movies that shift ideas in the world. Show me the deck of millionaires that's doing it enough. I'm just saying. Show me the church that's doing it. And it's a lie saying they don't have as much money. They don't require that much money. You can fund something with a couple $1 million. You can fund a documentary with a few $1 million. Matter of fact, they give away that much money every year. They have foundations where they have to have certain pledges to give away for tax incentives. All I'm saying is, the stuff that's happening today, right? It don't require no unity. It don't require none of that. It just require action. We making it too big. All white people ain't unified. All Asians ain't unified. It require action. It require people with resources to actually be about that action. And our reality of it is that we haven't been about that action yet. Right? So that's it. It don't require these big things. We can create huge changes in short amount of time. That's all. So, we change what we spend our money on. We change what our money produces. It's that simple. But anyway, y'all join the community. I'll see you all inside. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace to the family.